Hello, today we'll be looking at a Power BI report on mineral sales at current prices. So this report is based off of the statistical release P2041 Mining Production and Sales by Statistics South Africa, Stats SA. And as of this recording, the latest release for this was in August 2024. So the visualization is based on table 11 of this publication, the mineral sales at current prices by mineral group and mineral. So this is what it looks like. And just an initial word on the data. I essentially went back through these publications, snipping out this particular table for each publication and then merging these into one table. So since some of the data was repeated, the rule there was to take the latest data, since Stats A does update the numbers on subsequent publications. And then after that merging of the data was simply formatting the data and unpivoting the data for easier use, so transforming it from wide data to long data. Also, another note, by current prices, Status A is referring to 2019 prices. So according to the policy mentioned in the document, the Status A changes their base year every 5 years. So the current base year is 2019 and the next base year will be 2025. Okay, so let's look at the report. So as mentioned, the report is based off of a single table with some reformatting, so not much to see on the model view. And here is the unpivoted data with the 3 columns: period, mineral, and sales. And looking at the report view, here's the visualization. Mineral sales at current prices, that's 2019 prices in Rand millions. So on the first page, we have monthly stats given by a donut chart, and on the side here, a horizontal bar graph with these linked to a date slicer, so the period. As mentioned, the latest data is August 2024, but going through the publications, I managed to find data all the way back to April 2022. So going through the months, one will notice that the same minerals generally stay at the top, and the same set of minerals generally stay towards the bottom here. So the horizontal bar graph is ordered by the total sales, and generally you'll find that gold, coal, platinum group metals, and iron ore, and also manganese ore tend to be the top 5, and copper, building materials, nickel tend to be at the bottom, with some shuffling around depending on the month. Okay, so another point to note is that this data is in terms of sales and not volume, not in terms of tonnage mined. So some of these positions may be a consequence of, you know, some of the commodities being low priced. So, for instance, in this regard, I'm particularly looking at building materials. Uh, one can't necessarily say that we've mined more gold than building materials, and that can be explained. But building materials being so low can clearly be explained by the fact that building materials such as, building sand definitely is a high volume mining operation, but it's pretty low priced relative to gold. And yes, so that is the monthly stats view. Going on to the next report, we have a stacked bar graph. A stacked line graph depicting the current sales over time. And from the stacking of the line graphs, it's also pretty clear to see that the main contributors to sales are the PMG metals, PGM platinum group metals. In the dark blue, we have in the light blue coal, I believe. Yes, coal. And purple for gold, and orange there for iron ore, with the others being mid-sized. And we have there in the middle a sliver of copper, and at the bottom in green we have building materials. So this is the thickness of the stacks here is also a nice way of showing over time that it's pretty consistent. It's the same minerals that are contributing the most to sales. And we have our slicer set to slice according to mineral, so we can have a look at an individual mineral sales over time. So there's some sales for building materials, gold, and other metallic materials, nickel, and PGMs and so on. Yeah. So in terms of visualization, nothing too advanced was used. The basic default graphs from Power BI we used, donut chart, horizontal bar graph, and stacked line graph. I think visually the main attribute that was used here was transparency, and that was mainly done to get the mining machine background there across the reports, but otherwise very simple visualizations to represent relatively simple data. And yeah, okay, that's the presentation. Thank you.